If you want to hear about the beauty trends for 2023, this is the video for you. Hey everybody, it's Lisa. I'm the owner of Peaches Skincare, and you can visit us at peachesskincare.com, where you can see our small batch products and a little bit more about who we are. And I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I have been a holistic master esthetician for about 40 years, and I'm 57 years old. I wear no foundation and concealer in these videos, and I have done nothing invasive to my skin. So I've done no injectables, no fillers, and to those of you that have, it's okay. I just hope that I can teach you how to do things more holistically. So I thought this would be a really great video because I'm getting a lot of questions about different holistic things to do. And Lisa, I was thinking of going and getting an injection, but then I watched your video, or I was thinking about going and getting laser, and then I watched your video. But before I start that, I never ask. And the algorithm with YouTube is so hard, and I work really hard to get this message out and to help as many people as I can. So if you would like and subscribe, I would be so incredibly grateful. It takes a village to spread a message. So what are the trends for 2023? First of all, a lot of people are talking about different fillers. You know, I see so many, and I'm sure you do too, on social media, doctors that are injecting young people, you know, to give them a more refined look on their jawline, or I don't even know what's wrong with under their eyes, but they're doing things to their eyes where they're filling them in. And if that's what you want to do, I'm here to support you. Just take care of your skin, but know that you will constantly be chasing that look. And if you look at some of the people showing you these things, you can tell they've done a lot to their face. And if that's okay with you, that's fine. But it is a look that I feel like everyone starts to kind of look the same. And I try to say that with as much love as I can. But you have to remember, I own 3 holistic skincare salons, and I have seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of clients. And we see the people that come in after doing these procedures and they have lumps or bumps or things didn't look right. Because in actuality, each side of our face is very different. If you put a mirror up or a line and you looked at one side of your face and then the other, they are very different to each other. And so when you start messing with things, you actually can make it a lot worse than making it better. Also, a lot of people that are actually physicians that are actually ethical are going to tell you that a lot of these fillers can cause issues, can cause damage. You know, Botox, I did a whole video on that, and I got in so much trouble with a few people, and that's okay because sometimes people don't want to hear the truth. But what can you do instead of doing these fillers? And that is a trend. You can do massage. That would be your holistic version. Don't be afraid to work the muscles of your face. You will see your jawline firm up. You will see things get smooth. But here's the thing. Why do we all have to have this perfect jawline to be beautiful? Why can't we just have a normal jawline, or have a bump, or a discoloration, and just accept that as part of the process of being a human? I haven't said it in a long time, but one of the things I say is wabi-sabi, embracing the imperfections of life in ourselves, and beauty and aging, a wonderful, wonderful gift. So as far as, sculpting the skin, and I'm kind of looking at some notes on the injections, I would really tell you to start doing things like massage and gua sha and, doing facial yoga. Just doing this. And you see me do that one a lot because it's a favorite. You kind of stick your tongue out. Will really start to firm these areas regardless of what age you are. And if you don't believe me, look in the description or in the comments below. So many people will tell you it works. The other skin trend is just really the health of your skin. A lot of people are talking about lymphatic drainage. It's so wonderful. It's something that I believed in for my whole career, and it's the way we massage a client. It's why we do so much massage during our facials. It's really draining those areas that make your eyes look puffy, that make your eyes look like they have dark circles, Or just think of your skin as having a lot of toxins in it. Like it's almost so filled up, it doesn't know where else to go. And so it pushes out through your skin, or it creates issues with your skin or inflammation. When you do things like lymphatic drainage every single day, you will be amazed at the results you'll have. Now you can use a little tool, but I chose not to show you tools today because not everyone wants to buy a tool or can afford a tool. You can simply take your fingers and you can press along your eye area like so and drain. You can also massage it and drain, and you will be shocked at how you will start to feel something in your throat just from doing that. You can do it with your face by just pushing up and getting near this fold and pulling it out. And the same with this side, just really pushing it and pulling out. Lymphatic drainage is something so important to the system, and there are so many wonderful massages that will help you with that. You can look at my facial yoga different videos or my massage videos. There's one in particular I have that, really lifts the bones of the muscle, really just starts down here and starts to pull everything up. And it's really just a process of moving up the face and getting everything to drain. And it is so important for the health of the skin. So instead of injecting or doing something invasive, start to clean out your skin, make it healthy, just like you would your body. So many women, I'd say maybe 10, 15 years ago, I don't know if they're doing it as much, we're doing so much liposuction, but what they found is those fat cells just went somewhere else, or they didn't change their eating habits, or they didn't exercise or change their exercise habits. And so they actually gained back more weight. And I see that all the time with facelifts and things. They didn't actually change the way they took care of their skin. They didn't actually start wearing a wide-brimmed hat. And so after about 3 to 5 years, they're kind of back where they were, if not worse. And then when you go back in to cut, it just doesn't look that great. Again, if you're happy with it, I just want to encourage you to go a different way. Another thing is meditation. And a lot of people don't understand this. So every morning I set an intention for my day. I go to different meditation things, events that some of the different yogis in the area have. I love doing them. I love learning how to breathe and calm myself because, not to get off the subject, but all of us have baggage. All of us have things going on in our life that can really start the story in your head just being not so great. Trust me, I've been there. It's not been sunny in California, and I'm already doing it right now. But one thing that meditation does is it not only calms your spirit, and you can call that prayer if you'd like, sitting in silence, playing beautiful music that you love, closing your eyes, manifesting or dreaming of the things that you wish were happening in your life, or just sometimes saying, breathe out bad, breathe in good. Breathe out bad, breathe in good. But one of the things that meditation does that people don't realize is it relaxes the muscles. So if you meditate for 3, 5, 10, 15 minutes in the morning, you really calm those muscles and things drain as well. And it can really be a beautiful way to just keep your muscles and your skin looking firm and healthy. When we're constantly clenching and we're constantly stressed out, it's really not good for us. And toxins start to, again, build up in our system, and they can make us sick. Our skin is the largest organ of the body, so it gets sick. And so you really need to be mindful of those things. Barrier health. I'm not kind of counting them down, but I guess I'm on 1, 2, 3, 5. Barrier health. A lot of you have heard me talk about barrier health. It's such a big word across so many different social media platforms. And I think it's wonderful the people that really have no practical knowledge of skin, that love skin and want to talk about it. But one thing you have to understand is, yes, a product can damage your barrier health, especially if you're choosing to use an active before your skin is ready for it. A tretinoin, an acid, if you do acid peels, if you do chemical peels, if you do lasers, if you do dermaplaning, not shaving, you all know that dermaplaning is very different. You can really affect your barrier. Walking outside can affect your barrier. Putting sunscreen on can affect your barrier health. Going outside without a wide brimmed hat on can affect your barrier health, and just the water in your shower or in your basin when you're washing. So you can get caught up on barrier health, but you can also know that there are such easy ways to fix that. And one of them that so many people are always really surprised at, I'm going to give you two options actually. Vaseline brand petroleum jelly. They have a triple purification process, and you will be absolutely shocked at just putting a light layer on clean, gently exfoliated skin, what it will do for your skin's barrier. If you've ever had dry hands and worn it to bed, and you wake up in the morning and your hands are just beautiful again. Another thing can be black Jamaican castor oil or castor oil. Very fatty lipids, very antioxidant, and you can put that on gently exfoliated and cleaned skin, and you will be so surprised how that will help your skin barrier. And here's another third one, apple cider vinegar. We actually make a toner. It's lovely. It works so remarkably. But apple cider vinegar will also help your skin barrier, and it will also help your gut health, which goes back to being proactive in taking care of your body so that your skin looks healthy. Lasers are big for 2023. Everyone is talking about different lasers, and one thing you need to know is lasers aren't really different. They're really all one and the same, doing different things. But lasers burn the skin typically. They will leave lines of demarcation. The things that I've seen from CO2 lasers are absolutely frightening. Maybe some people will comment below and tell you how bad it was for them and how now I'm working with them to help them with scars. But you want a non-ablative laser. So a good at-home one would be Nira. If you're wanting to go to a professional, you want to ask them, is this a non-ablative laser? Which really just means that it's not going to harm or burn the top layer of your skin. It kind of goes in, it may cause some almost damage, if you will, and then it heals itself and creates some collagen and things. But remember, holistically, you can create that with just doing massage. Massage creates oxygenation of skin cells and therefore creates collagen at any age. People will ask me all the time, will laser help under my eyes? You will likely have a line of demarcation. The skin will eventually just callus and thicken, because if you've ever had a burn and you notice how the skin is or it discolors, that is really what a laser can do. And it's so important that people understand that lasers and chemical peels and injectables are not going to, in the end, make you super happy if the result is not perfect. And it's very rare for that to happen. If you do those things, though, find a doctor that is board certified and authentic and ask them, do you believe in holistic? And then do you believe in medical? Because if they believe in both, that's key. That's a beautiful thing. Education. Education in 2023 is huge. They say that by 2028, we're already $1 billion business with skincare, but they say it's going to go into the 30 billions and the 50 billions in skincare. People want to take care of themselves. They want to be healthy. And although we have a lot of young people doing things to their faces much too young, there are so many that really do want to be natural now. They're seeing the results in more mature men and women, and that's not the look that they want. And so they're really wanting to look for ethically sourced products and brands that are not tested on animals, that are, cruelty-free. We at Peaches are absolutely determined to continue making our bottles more ethical for the environment and the world, and putting more things in glass and, second generation plastic and things like that. And so education is huge. Look for people that are educating you, not necessarily selling you. Now, I tell you about things here, and yes, Peaches is the best product to me in the world, and the results are incredible, but really look for people that stick to their niche, if you will, and educate you on why they want you doing those things, and do they answer your questions? If you write an email to someone, if you're at a facial place, are they practicing what they preach? Okay. IV drips, they're big. You're probably seeing them in all cities. This is one that I like the idea of hydration. I think it can be great. And I know for a while they were doing these after, people went out partying and they were dehydrated and they'd go get an IV drip because they had to go to work the next day. But what they found is that when they do specific IV drips, it really does plump up the skin, it uber hydrates you. And so if you've never done one, it can be something that is really beneficial and great. But you can also drink a lot of water. You can also really use oils on your skin to make sure you hydrate them, and eat things that keep the water in your body but also clean it out. And what do I mean by that? Drinking some apple cider vinegar that cleans your gut health but also cleans all the foods and things that you've had in your stomach. Or drinking a lot of water during the day, doing things like a kombucha. Drinking a kombucha can be really helpful for your skin as well. Fruits, vegetables, things that get rid of inflammation, those can also help you as well. But I do like the idea of the IV drips. I think they can be a quick fix if you're maybe going to have a wedding or something special. I have seen them work well, and I've actually tried them a few times and been really surprisingly happy with them. Two more, guys. Hybrids. So what hybrids mean with skincare is that they try to formulate something to be all in one. It's like if you have shampoo and conditioner all in one. The problem I have with that is that many times you want to have a product that is very specific to that issue. So what do I mean? You don't want to add your vitamin C to your cleanser. It can oxidize. You don't want to add your vitamin C to your moisturizer. It can oxidize. You want to keep it completely separate from your other products when you're putting it on. I've always had an issue with sunscreen being called moisturizer or moisturizer with sunscreen in it. So many times women will tell me, but my moisturizer already has sunscreen in it, or my makeup already has sunscreen in it, or I wear a sunscreen that has a little makeup in it. Make sure, first of all, that you're wearing a sunscreen that is only sunscreen and that the only color in it is a natural iron oxide. When you mix a moisturizer and a sunscreen together, for instance, you take the value of the moisturizer and all the wonderful things that it does for your skin, and you really bring it down. It really is almost watered down, and it's not doing as much for your skin as if you would put it on separately. When you put sunscreen into your moisturizer or into any other product, you can take the SPF from an example of a 25 and it can drop all the way down to a 7. It really isn't good to mix things. So I'm not thrilled with this 2023 beauty trend. I think making hybrids, we'll have to see how it goes, but I think that you want to keep things separate. It works. There's value to it, and there's a purpose for every product if you're with a good line. I know with Peaches, there absolutely is a purpose for every product. Online estheticians or derms. I have been doing online consultations and by phone for 3 years now since COVID. I guess we're going into our 4th. I know several doctor friends that are doing online visits. I know there's a trend with this for mental health, and I think it's fabulous. I know things like Curology or Muesli are dermatology that is online. It is hard to talk with those people. I do better when I talk with someone, actually speak to them on the phone. It works better for me. But I love this trend because you're not going into the office and they're saying, hey, you're here for a little acne, or you're here because you've got a brown spot, or you above all just want a cancer check, you need some Botox and laser. It blows my mind. And I see so many young people on Accutane that have no business being on Accutane. They have a couple pimples and the doctor put them on Accutane. When you talk to an esthetician or a dermatologist online, they really bring things in and keep things a little simpler. And, lastly, finding an esthetician, look for someone who is available to you, who will answer your questions. When you walk into the facility, is he or she practicing what she preaches, or is she filled with injectables and Botox, and really the things that she's about to do to you must not do anything because she obviously had to cut into her face or do something. Look for an esthetician who looks natural, doesn't have a face full of makeup, and they do things holistically. And a lot of you, for example, have asked me about microdermabrasion. using crystals costs money. It is very expensive. When you use these little handheld devices that they call diamond tips or things like that, they're really files and can create superficial tears in the skin, and they are not microdermabrasion, but they're cheap to use. So it's hard to find, but some of us that are good at what we do and we are the best still do it right. So those are the trends that are coming up in 2023. I hoped in a way I told you about them, maybe made you think about them, maybe made you think of a holistic thing that could be better than doing those things. I guess it would only be lasers and injectables. But above all, if you're doing those things, I want you here. I want to be able to help you and encourage you to be your best, to love who you are at any age. If you're a young person, please start taking care of your skin now. Wear a wide-brimmed hat outside. Wash your face morning and night. Don't go with these trends that are saying don't wash your face or stop doing everything. It's ludicrous. You don't want to do that. Know that your skin is normal. It's what you do to it daily, weekly, and monthly that changes it and makes it oily or combination or sensitive. And above all, if you're a mature woman or someone maturing, a man or woman, know that you are more beautiful as you age. You are more fabulous as you age. Look at Annie McDowell. I say it all the time. Jamie Lee Curtis. Julia Roberts. Look at these women who are just allowing themselves to be who they are, and yet they are even more beautiful as they age. I hope I've encouraged you. If you have any questions, ask with love and kindness below. You know you can reach out to me personally, and I hope that you all uncover your true confidence.